Well, congratulations with your film. You're touching a lot of hearts. You're winning a lot of attention. How does it feel?
It feels good because once you see part of your ideas or your dreams, the way you want to touch people and you want people to deal with this, and you find out that yeah, it works, it make a good feeling.
Your film is up for the Academy, the 97th Academy Awards, not only for the short by films, but also as an international feature, which you don't hear that often.
Yeah, because actually, from ground zero, from the beginning, we present it as one film made by 22 filmmakers. It was my idea as creator of all this. I was the artistic supervisor of all this story. I was having the vision. I select the filmmakers and the stories. Yeah. But we present it all the time as one show, one screening, one film.
It covers several stories, people's lives, but what was one of the reasons, the main reason you wanted to work on getting this together?
And for me, between me and myself, it's a kind of instinct, yani, between me and myself, because I born and grew up in Gaza myself. My family are in Gaza now, all my family, and we are big families. And they are not in one location, in many locations in the whole Gaza Strip. I'm a filmmaker since more than 30 years. I made film. My films were in Cannes, in Berlin, in Venice, in Toronto, in many places, and I co-produce with different countries, feature films, shorts, documentaries. I participate in many exhibitions as experimental work and video art in my 30 years of filmmaking. So for me, it's it's an instinct once to my hum, my memory, my family, my friends, my colleagues are in this situation, and the cinema must react. Cinema, the image must be there for the world. And if I know that I can do something, I will do. And this is what I am doing, not only as a Palestinian or as a Gazan. I'm doing this also as a human being because what happened there, it's inhuman.
That means you can really relate and understand the director of Sorry Cinema as a
Yes,
filmmaker having to pause his passion because he has to try to survive with his family.
yeah. I understand him very well. You know, I did not know all the filmmakers before, but there are three, four filmmakers I know them before. One of them is Ahmed Hassouna, the director from Suri Cinema, because Ahmed was all the time during the last years before this war, he was trying to be in contact with me for an advice, for connections, because he was in Gaza. He was not out of Gaza. I am the one who's traveling all over the world all the time as a Gazayan. So he was giving me things to read, ask for funds, ask for advice, how to make dossier, how to make budget, how to make this, that. During this war, between the people that I contact Ahmed Hassouna to say, hey, Ahmed, now it's your chance. I want you to join my project. You will be one of the from ground zero filmmakers. And I was surprised. He said, no, I don't want. I want to protect my life. I want to save my family. We are having difficulties with arranging food all the time. And just a few days ago, I lost my older brother, who is my friend also. So what you can say to someone like that, and I want to make cinema, I want to make films, I want to tell the world our stories, and I hear this kind of stories. And I still believe we should do it, even with all what he told me. We should keep going. Yeah. And I get back to him 2, 3 weeks after to say, hey, Ahmed, we are going to make a film together and we are going to make what you was telling me why you don't want to make a film. Because he was telling me, sorry, Rashid, sorry for the cinema. I was a marathon for films and now I am not anymore. And I said, no, 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 no. We are going to do that. Yeah. Talk about your history, talk about your brother, talk about your struggle to save your life, your family. Yeah. And tell sorry cinema in the end. And I know what he feel and what he passed because me, myself, 30 years ago, I was with my camera in Gaza under bombing in the first intifada, 87, 88, 89. I was shooting there in a very risky and dangerous situation, but not as this situation. Now it's much more dangerous.
Well, that was one of those the stories that actually was well, obviously all of them were touching, but this one differently because usually you have the filmmakers, directors creating this kind of scenario for films, and yet
Yeah,
he was living it.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And in general, we were really far from any political discussing or political debate. You cannot, we are not dealing with Hamas, we are not dealing with Israel, we are not dealing with the Palestinian Authority or with any places in the world. We were dealing with human being stories under this situation. We were trying to make the cinema to participate, but to tell human being stories. I mean, we want to deal with hope, with love, love. I have someone who lost his love between the filmmakers. Yeah. And believe me, he thought it's not his time. He thought he was shy to present his project. He said, people are dying. I mean, there is massacres. What's his story? So he was crying alone every day, every night because of the women he loved. So when he start carefully to tell me the story, I say, this is our project. We are not news. We are not reportage. We are not, this is what we want. These stories. We are searching for the untold stories to show the world that we are exactly human being like you. They are killing you in Gaza as humans, not only us. Yeah. Yes, it's something in this direction.
What's one of the stories that was maybe the one maybe story that you after watching the doing finishing the film it was completed that took a while to shake off? Was there one story in particular?
Some stories, yes, we did not really completely write the script. The reality finish it, like the film of the man who wanted to make stand-up comedy in a place called Deir al-Balah, and he want to make it for kids actually as part of the post-trauma. But before he reached the place, it was destroyed, and they killed 200 people in 2 hours in a place called Nusayrat. Yeah, it was in all the media and all the news. It was even in the Israeli news. They destroy completely a neighborhood with the people. So we don't know what to do. We say, okay, go and talk about it. Go to Nusayrat and say, this is my stand-up comedy. Yani. They killed 200 people in 2 hours here. What I can do? There is a film that the filmmakers couldn't finish it, Taxi Wanisa. They kill her brother and all his family, and they were underground. She cannot go and shoot. She cannot think drama or fiction or cinema. Or, you can imagine it's her brother, yani, her childhood brother. They grow up together. They love each other. They friend, and she love her kids also. They all die, the brother and the kids and everybody. So we were in contact with her when her family were underground, and she's a filmmaker. So we get back after 2, 3 weeks, 1 month, until her Etimad, her name Etimad Usha. Etimad, let's find a way how to finish your film. Just come out and say, I couldn't finish it because and because, and tell us the end. And this is what happened. Yeah.
I particularly took a bit to shake off was the soft skin. I mean, these kids living in this chaos and the writing on their body using as a form of identification in the scenario of a bombing like that gave me the chills.
But
And the way the little girl was thinking, I can't sleep, I had
yeah,
to
yeah.
erase it, and the little brother, it's
Yeah,
so sad.
because she know why this name. She know that this name in her hand, it's if they bomb the building, they must know who is whom, or they must collect one person together to bury them. They know, and they saw others. Because I don't know if you yourself remember or you read about it or you saw it, 3, 4 months in from January, March, April, even in December, families was writing because thousands was killed every day and they don't know who is whom. This is it means, and it was also kind of treat them from post trauma to make them talk about that and to make other kids watch that. Yeah, it helps.
Oh, I mean, we know that happened. Like I know I've known that, they do that, but when you hear that the side of a child and their reaction and their thoughts and what's going through their mind about it, just changes your perspective a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, this is one of the films that we sought out of workshop and training to do animation or يعني stop motion, what we did. It's to part of the script to search for a story with the kids and to do it together after they learn how to paint and how to cut figures and how to move them. This was the idea. But this story from 3 kids actually, yeah, was very strong that they decided to do that because the kids you have in the same workshop some kids from the same family. So the mother write for all, and usually they have 4 kids, 5 kids, 7 kids, one family. Yeah,
Wow.
we are we are making many children, the Palestinians, many children we are making.
Hmm. Well, to wrap up, what do you hope people take away overall from watching all the short stories?
Out of my experience, because I was in many screenings in many also film festivals and also private screenings, cinemas. The last 6, 7 months was from ground zero. I think it shows the people the struggle for life. It shows the people how these humans stuck to the hope. Uh, it shows also that cinema can participate and can tell stories and can take part, which is very important for me as a filmmaker. It means that, okay, to use this cinema, this tool of art to culture, cinema, yeah, to communicate and to influence and to share stories. It's very important for me. And I have the feeling out of my experience with this project, it works.
Mhm.
It is works.
Well, thank you so much for your time. And it must have been a really, really hard work getting so many stories, working with
Thank
so
you.
many directors. Must be one of the most organized people out there.
I work with also friends and advisors and other filmmakers. It's a teamwork, but it was my idea. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, thank you again and congratulations. I wish you
thank
luck
you. Thank
for
you.
these Academy Awards, and I'm sure you're going to be touching many, many hearts.
Inshallah. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye bye.